On the news tonight, Governor Soludo reassures in promotion of rights and welfare of children. Anambra State government intensifies campaign of prevention of measles. JAMB withholds a 69-2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination results. Earthquake hit coast of East Timor. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the evening news on ABS television. My name is Priska Wango. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has reassured that his administration will continue to promote the rights and privileges of children. The governor was speaking at this year's Children's Day celebration at Dr. Alex Ekweme Square, Oka, where he made a clarion call for a support system for the child in the best possible way. Government House correspondent Ejika Bene has the details.
The theme of this year's event is strengthening supportive systems for the protection of the Nigerian child, a wake-up call. The event commenced with inspection of guard of honor by the governor as well as march past. Governor Soludo expressed the belief that the event, which is aimed at reorientating the children and aid their development, noted that it would help the children attain their full potential as the future leaders of the Nigerian nation. The governor, who read President Muhammadu Buhari's speech, said that with the measures put in place by his administration, children in all Anambra schools will be back to school every Monday, which he said has been bastardized by the senseless sit-at-home exercise, noting that while children have responsibilities to their future, it is the primary responsibility of government to ensure that they walk the streets freely, while calling on parents to re-evaluate parent-child relationships, knowing that children are easy prey in the hands of anti-social agents.
We owe you a lot. The rights of children, the right to education, the right to personal safety, the right to a clean and safe environment, the right to good health, the right to conducive homes. The rights of children, for me, I can actually enumerate them and go on and on and on and on and on. Because if we don't safeguard the rights of these children, there will be no future for Nigeria and for Anambra State. And therefore, I want to assure our children today that those rights, obligations, that the parents, that the society, that the government owe to our children, we are going to conscientiously, consistently, and work every day to ensure that we secure the future for our children.
The Commissioner for Women and Social Development, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, pointed out that the day was important to redirect the attention of policymakers, parents and guardians to their important roles to making sure that children are not consumed by issues that affect their well-being and safety as future leaders, with a view to emphasizing the urgent need to intensify collective efforts in the protection of the Nigerian child from all forms of violence occasioned by system failure.
The day remains significant in the lives of many Nigerian children. It is a period of invitation to redirect the attention of policymakers, parents, and guardians to their important role of making sure that our children are not consumed by the emergency issues that affect the well-being of our children, the safety of our future leaders.
In his speech, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, stated that the theme is in line with the Governor's manifesto and pointed out that the State House of Assembly was the first in the Federation to pass the Girl Child Bill into law.
Strengthening supportive system for the protection of the Nigerian child, a wake-up call. And immediately my mind went straight to your manifesto, what plans your government have for the children of Anambra. It might interest us also to know that Anambra State is the first state that passed the Girl Child Education and Vulnerable Act into law, of all the 36 states.
Cutting of cake, awards presentation by Children's Parliament featured at the event, which was attended by wife of the governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, wife of the deputy governor, Mrs. Yibezim, the state chief judge, Justice Onochie Anyachebelo, members of the state executive council, including chief of staff to the governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajogi, among others.
Anambra State Children's Parliament has passed a resolution calling on Governor Chukwuma Soludo to find solution to the insecurity problem and protect the Anambra child. The Parliament passed a resolution in Okara following a motion of urgent public importance sponsored to that effect by the member representing Anambra Central, Honorable Collins Oji, during the annual sitting to usher in the Children's Day celebration. Chidima Ikanyo reports.
Honorable Oji explained that due to the insecurity challenges experienced in the state, school children are at risk of death and poor quality of education. Considering the fact that Mondays are now compulsory sit at home, the parliamentarian maintained that there should be more awareness campaigns, capacity building, arming the security personnel at schools in order to protect children at their different schools.
We need capacity building and awareness campaigns. Both the executive, judiciary, and legislature should form a synod to care for children. We are clamoring for this because children are the most affected in most situations and are very vulnerable.
On his part, the Speaker of the Children's Parliament, Right Honorable Israel Udekwe, noted that it is the sole responsibility of the government to provide security and conducive environment for children.
If you are in support of the adjournment, say aye. If you not, say nay. Nay. The ayes have it.
In an interview shortly after the sitting, a child protection specialist, Sir Emeka Ejide, noted that part of the expectations from the newly sworn-in parliamentarians is to make resolutions that will support the child's rights.
The reason for the Children's Day is to look at the welfare of our children, to see how far we have gone. Remember, we know that children are the most vulnerable in any society, and the protection of their rights and the protection of the children themselves is a cardinal point of importance to any administration. That is why Nigeria, religiously, and Anambra State in particular, have been earnestly following this celebration with a view to making policies that will improve the welfare of children.
The sitting is part of the annual programs of the Ministry of Women and Social Welfare, Anambra State, which takes place before the celebration of the Children's Day. It is during the sitting that members of the parliament deliberate on issues relating to them. The theme for this year's Children's Day is Strengthening Supporting Systems for the Protection of Nigerian Child, a wake-up call.
State government has released 7 telephone lines to enable the public report any suspicious conduct. Governor Chukwuma Soludo disclosed this in a statewide broadcast titled Peace and Security in Anambra as a Collective Responsibility. Government House correspondent A.G. Kabana reports that Governor Soludo said that the phone lines are managed in his office in strictest confidentiality, urging Anambra to call, text, or WhatsApp, and they will respond expeditiously. Details and more on this report from our studio.
For the public.
The phone lines are 0901 7280 990 or 070 3989 6429 or 091 6751 4891. Others are 0907 091-6237-441 or 091-6804-1120 or 080-931-75528 and 081-24-153-139. The governor recounted his long list of efforts and engagements between his government with state and non-state actors to engender peace in the state, in keeping with his promise at inception. He noted that Ndi Igbo are known for their enterprising nature, stressing that the forceful sit-at-home, kidnapping for ransom, forceful taxation of communities, businesses and individuals, among others, are aligned to way of life of Ndi Igbo. The governor pointed out that the people of the southeast, especially Anambra, are predominantly Christians, regretting that the enforcers are forcefully trying to convert people, especially the young ones, to idolatry by initiating them into cults, swearing oaths to their deities with the promises of invisibility, consequence upon which youths join them as members and informants, and describe it as the desecration of the culture of Ndi Igbo. While calling for collective efforts by all to end the menace, Governor Soludo charged communities to take ownership of their communities completely through the leadership of their town unions and traditional rulers, by giving weekly security reports to the state governments on the state of security in their communities, with the cooperation of the vigilantes and the youths.
But let's start with this.
Anambra State government has mitigated the measles outbreak in 9 local government areas of the state with a vaccination of about 20,000 children in the council area and their surroundings. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, announced this in a post-measles outbreak response at a press briefing held at the Jerome Dodge State Secretariat, Oka. Correspondent David Mukwasali takes the story from here.
Speaking at the end of the measles outbreak response, the Commissioner Dr. Obidike said the state government swung into action. Immediately, the World Health Organization and the Nigerian Center for Disease Control alerted it about the outbreak in 9 local government areas of Anambra East and West, Ayamelmo, Ihiala, Idemili North, Nnewi North, Onitsha North, Njikoka, and Oyi, where a total of 88 cases were recorded. He said the swift response through stakeholder engagement intensified routine immunization of 19,609 children between the ages of 0 to 5 years, and interministerial collaboration ensured the speedy mitigation of the disease, though regretting that 14 children died from the disease in the state, while pledging that continuous vaccination intervention of Ministries of Health, Environment and Power and Water Resources will be sustained to ensure there are no longer repeat of such outbreaks in the state. Dr. Obidike sought for more collaboration with all stakeholders to ensure that those factors that increase the spread of measles, such as poor environmental and hygiene practices and poor uptake of vaccines, are reduced to the minimum. The Health Commissioner requested for active surveillance of all notifiable diseases by all those involved in disease surveillance and notification as a means of ensuring a healthier Anambra.
Measles is a well-known viral infection that seriously affects children, mainly under 5. It's usually an acute respiratory tract infection that is characterized by cough, fever, sneezing, itching eyes, and sore throat, and sometimes also the rashes in the body. The disease spread through the air. It normally spread through the air by respiratory droplets produced when you are in contact with somebody coughing or sneezing. It is one of the diseases of public health importance as thought. So measles is highly contagious, as we have said, and can be spread by every means, especially when people are staying together. It's an endemic disease in Nigeria, with recurrent outbreaks occur in irregular manner. So in Anambra State, unfortunately, is one of the areas that we normally see it. And the peak of it, because it's a respiratory infections and sneezing, it occurs in the dry season, like February, March, April.
Contributing, the Executive Secretary, Anambra State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Chioma Ezenyemolo, also announced that Anambra State government will soon commence a standalone measles vaccination campaign, which will cover all the 21 local government areas of the state.
April this year, it has spread to 9 LGAs. So our team had to intensify RI, which is routine immunization. We had to move to all the settlements in those LGAs to immunize children. Children from 9 months to 59 months, basically under 5. And we are happy to announce today that we have curtailed the measles outbreak in those 9 LGAs.
The press briefing was attended by representatives of World Health Organization and UNICEF. From the Jerome Udoji State Secretariat in Awka, I am David Okwasi reporting for ABS News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board said it would further screen 27,105 results of candidates who wrote the 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. The board also noted that it would held 69 results so far. In the statistics made available through the official Twitter handle of the board noted that over 1.7 million candidates registered for the 2022 UTME. The board says 69 results were withheld, while 1,783 candidates will be rescheduled to write the exam as a result of biometric challenges. Despite initial challenges such as high diesel cost, JAMB collaborated with examination centers in the procurement of diesel. The board also noted that it would subsequently adopt the use of laptops for examinations. It stated that for effective delivery of its UTME at the various computer-based training centers nationwide, JAMB has concluded plans to phase out the use of zero-thin client computers from the conduct of its UTME. The Securities and Exchange Commission says that the identity management system being developed by the capital market will tackle the lingering identity management issues. This was stated by the Director General of the SEC, Mr. Lamido Yuguda, when he received members of the Committee on Identity Management for the Capital Markets in Abuja. Yuguda described identity theft as a fraudulent practice of using another person's name and personal information to obtain shares, credits, and loans, among others, noting that the Commission decided to engage relevant stakeholders in a bid to resolve issues of identity management to tackle the problem of unclaimed dividends. According to him, the problem of unclaimed dividends had to do with identity management. Hence, the Commission was engaging stakeholders to harmonize various databases of investors and facilitate data accuracy in the markets, as well as increasing investors' education to stem the trend. The SEC DG was expressed satisfaction with the work of the committee so far, added that stakeholder engagement would commence in earnest to ensure success of the projects. A 6.1 magnitude earthquake has struck off the coast of East Timor, the U.S. Geological Survey said, with tremors felt as far as the Australian city of Darwin. Although there were no immediate reports of damage or casualties, the USGS said the quake hit at a depth of 51 kilometers off the eastern tip of Timor Island, which is split between East Timor and Indonesia. An AFP journalist in the East Timor capital, Dili, felt the earthquake and said that although it lasted only seconds, the jolt was quite strong. The earthquake was more violent around the town of Los Palos in the east of the country, but local authorities were still assessing the situation and did not give a breakdown of the damage or possible casualties. The quake was also felt in Darwin, Australia, which lies across the Timor Sea from the epicenter. Darwin resident Joel Willinger, who works in heavy manufacturing, said it went on for about 30 seconds. Newly appointed coach of the Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, brought 3 assistant coaches to the team, bringing the number of technical crew members to 8. The Portuguese tactician, who came with fitness coach Mikel Moreira, Asacio Santos and Victor Hugo, held his first official meeting with the rest of the technical crew shortly on arrival in the United States ahead of tomorrow's international friendly match against Mexico and Ecuador. The crew met together for the first time since Peseiro's appointment. The Super Eagles technical crew comprises head coach Jose Peseiro, Finidi George, first assistant coach, Salisu Yusuf, second assistant coach, Usman Abdallah, third assistant coach, Ike Sharumu, goalkeepers trainer, Mikel Moreira, fitness coach, Asasio Santos, assistant coach, Victor Hugo, analyst, and Eboritse Uwajamori, analyst. The Super Eagles will trade tackles with Qatar 2022 World Cup bounds at American and North American teams. The game will be Peseira's force in charge of the Super Eagles after the NFF confirmed his appointment a few weeks ago. Remember, you can follow news and program on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Governor Soludo has reassured the promotion of rights and welfare of children. Anambra State government has intensified campaign on prevention of measles. JAMB has withheld 69 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination results. Earthquake has hit coast of East Timor. Here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That ends the evening news right here on ABS Television at this time. Thanks for watching. My name is Priska Wanko. Good evening and have a wonderful night rest.
One expert. Enjoy true feelings, a flood of emotions, a rush of adrenaline, the taste of victory. Are you ready? Discover all this and more as One Expert. One Expert, bets for every taste. Use promo code and get 200% bonus right now.
Focus, see me at the drive focus.